guys, welcome. This is the Close Your Mouth YouTube channel.
What up?
And I am your host, Paul Bell, and to my left of me.
I'm Chris, and I'm another host of the podcast that we do on Wednesdays, so check that out if you want to. But right now, we're going to be talking about The Boys, the best show on TV.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, they're doing it right.
So we're on episode 5 of season 2,
Episode 5, season 2. Unreal. If you're not watching The Boys, first of all, I don't know how you came across this video. But second of all, you are making a mistake.
Yeah, man.
It is so good. Oh my. We paused it. Well, I paused it. Like 15 times, I'd say, throughout the episode to just talk about it and just be like,
bro, yeah.
Like, I was just like, yo, it's all the little details, everything. So we're going to keep this nice and short. You know, some of the big things that happen, we're going to be talking about that and kind of spoilers. So if you haven't watched the show and you don't want to be spoiled for it, just leave now.
Not here.
But yeah, we're going to be running down this episode. This episode, again, so good. You know, I want to talk about maybe our favorite moments, maybe our least favorite moments. But we're going to go over, like, most of the episode. I think a main story of the episode being Black Noir. He is after Butcher.
Yeah, he's on that tail, man. He follows him all the way to his aunt's house, I guess.
Yeah, which is in, like, Carolina, I guess, which is near the whole compound where Becca is. So, you know, he was, like, chilling on the roof, and luckily Butcher saw him out of the rear view or the side mirror or whatever. And yeah, they set up the house and it blows up and all this, and they're losing because they are not beating Black Noir.
Yo, do you think it was, like, important that, like, Mother's Milk and Huey was, like, there? Do you think, like, it was good that they were there, or do you think?
Yeah, Butcher would have probably just been dead. Yeah, he would have been done. So yeah, Mother's Milk and Huey show up because they're like, you ain't going out like this. And then basically they're fighting Black Noir, and you know, they're getting fucked up, and you know, Butcher's like, listen, you do anything to anybody in this room, including me, and I'm gonna leak those pictures of Homelander's rape kid. Yeah. I don't know what that's called, but it's like the kid that he conceived by raping a woman. So
yeah, I think it's just dope though that, like, Huey is coming through again for Butcher. Like, he sees that
stepped it up.
Yeah, right. We see at the beginning of the episode how he's just kind of just, like, I don't want to say losing it, but he's kind of just like, his whole world is crashing again because
he has that scene in the concert where he's just like
just attacks him, dude, randomly. Just punches him in the back of the head or something. What did he do?
He just turned him around and punched him, and then just kept punching him, and then got jumped by a bunch of, like, rocker kids. Like, the mosh pit wasn't a regular mosh pit; they were just beating the shit out of Butcher.
He was getting jumped.
So yeah, I thought that storyline was interesting. I really liked the dynamic between Huey and Butcher being nice, and then Mother's Milk stepping up and being like, listen, motherfucker, you push past Huey, you ain't pushing past me. No. He said, good luck. So, you know, I thought that was really cool. Some other storylines though, like, we have Starlight and Stormfront kind of going at it, and then Stormfront says, I know you leaked the Compound V, and Starlight's like, well, I know you were Liberty, bitch, so what up? Exactly. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So
do you feel like if it got out there, do you think it would be that much of a big deal for Stormfront? Like, do you think? I feel like they would probably find some ways to cover it up.
The fact that she, like, that people knew that she killed somebody and all this shit, like, yes. Because you got to remember that her crowd is totally against, like, well, obviously everybody's against, like, murder, but her whole crowd is, like, you know, turning against Homelander, because Homelander, there's this video that comes out, he kills one of the terrorists, but he also hits somebody behind the terrorist and kills him. And so Homelander's, like, freaking out. He's like 9 points or 9.5 points down with the audience. And, you know, like, so her whole army, like, she says that, oh, I have an army or whatever. They're against her if it comes out that she's Liberty. So she loses everything if it comes out. So that's where it kind of balanced out for me when Starlight said that.
Yeah, I feel like, but, like, what would be the proof though? Do you think that she would actually have proof, or do you think it would just be?
I mean, once you say it and it's out there, like, it doesn't even matter anymore. Yeah. Like, a lot of the time. So, yeah. So we had that moment, and then Homelander comes in, and that gets real awkward real quick. Starlight gets out of there, and Homelander and Stormfront kind of having this sexual tension.
Yeah.
So that's building throughout the episode. Homelander's going insane a little bit. And then I think we kind of build up to the crescendo, even though there's other things that happen, like Kimiko is doing hits, Frenchie is still off his shit. We have Stormfront being racist towards A-Train. I predicted it from episode 1 or 2. I don't even remember. A-Train is turning good. I'm telling you, he's turning good.
I feel like at some point they all will.
It's gonna happen. Not all of them, but
yeah.
Like I don't see Homelander turning good.
I mean, like yeah,
or Stormfront turning good. So yeah, A-Train, he's turning good. Homelander is stepping on Queen Maeve's neck and bringing Elena into this, Queen Maeve's
not
girlfriend. And so like Queen Maeve is kind of like, you know, against it. She's like, this is ridiculous. Like I need to take, she says to Elena, we're gonna take that motherfucker down, speaking about Homelander. And she kind of goes to, I would say, blackmail / recruit the Deep.
Yeah, that was interesting. She went to something that he was like doing for the church, and then she confronted him and was just like, "Hey, like I can get you back into the 7 if you really want it that badly, but you just gotta help me.
You gotta do what the fuck I say. Yeah. But I still think you're a piece of shit."
Yeah, exactly.
And it's cool because in the Justice League comics, which obviously is a parody of, Aquaman does challenge Superman a few times. You know, where I know he's memed and stuff, but he's very powerful and he shows up on all the shores of like all the land in the world when Superman becomes dictator, and he like challenges him, and then Superman actually lifts Atlantis out of the water.
I remember you telling me about that.
Which is crazy. No. So I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but I'm just saying Superman and Aquaman have gone back and forth. I kind of want to see how the Deep fares against Homelander. I don't think he'll fare that well. No. So you know, he better stay in that water and just swim around and shit. But so yeah, she's kind of recruiting her, and then Starlight obviously is good, and then you have A-Train maybe thinking about it, so we're starting to form a possible little coalition there if they can come together.
Because I don't know if Black Noir is gonna fold.
Black Noir is just in the pocket of Vought. Like he doesn't give a fuck about anybody. It's just Vought. So yeah, that whole thing is going on. I love the reference to Joss Whedon. We talked about it in the very beginning. He's like, ooh, these Joss rewrites in Dawn of the Seven, which is obviously a play on words for Dawn of Justice, the Justice League movie, and Joss Whedon rewriting Zack Snyder's cut of the film. So I thought that was, go check that out. It's in the first few minutes. He says, oh, these Joss Homelander says it, these Joss rewrites are really great or whatever. It's funny. Yeah, so I think we're starting to build that possibility of like a
rebellious act
against, rebellion against Homelander. I feel like it's gonna happen and people are obviously protesting him because of the video of him killing a civilian by accident.
Yeah, where he showed up somewhere and then he
showed up at the protest. Yep. Yeah, and didn't make him look good. But now Stormfront's helping him. She helps him and says, "Oh, look, see, you're up 5 points." And then she's like, listen, so what are you going to do for me? And that's when we get to the point where we were waiting on it because we saw it in the trailer. So this man wanted it to happen. He was like, when's it going to happen?
Yeah, the sexual tension, bro.
And his eyes glow, and they start hooking up, and she just tosses him across the room. Like, he pushes her into the wall and, like, breaks the wall, but she tosses him across the whole room.
Yeah, and then superpowered, like...
Just weird, freaky superpower foreplay is going on. And then his eyes glow up red, I guess, to be like intimidating or something. And she looks at him and like giggles. She's like, the same way she looked at Starlight when Starlight kind of like started doing her whole eye thing. It was like, oh, I'll fight you. She was like, oh, you're adorable. She looked at Homelander like, oh, you're so cute. And she says, do it. I know you want to. I was like, oh, stop it. Stop. This is getting good. This is getting great. So she's like, do it. I know you want to. And then he's like, nah, I'm gonna split you in half, and not in the good way. He says, I'm gonna split you in half, and she's like, just do it, don't be a pussy. And he hits her for like a sec. He just goes, and it just leaves like a mark. And she's like, do it. And so he starts doing it, and then she's like, oh, it hurts or whatever, but you can tell she's liking it. But he stops. He's like, oh. And she's like, don't fucking stop. And laser my tits.
I was like, oh my God.
And I was like, yo, she's so a savage. She's a savage. It was sexy in a weird way, but we liked it.
No, yeah, it was amazing, bro.
She's a savage. She has Homelander
she's
wrapped
playing her cards
around
right,
her
man.
finger.
She's playing her cards right. So, you know, I feel like it's about to be a crazy like next few episodes for the season.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but she has Homelander. He will do what she says. Like, you could tell, like, his facial expressions and shit when they were hooking up and they started doing freaky shit. Started having sex in the air, like, floating. They destroy the apartment.
That was beautiful.
You could tell, though, the way he looked at her, it was the way he used to kind of look at Stillwell, but even more so. He was like, oh my gosh. He talks about, too, about how, like, in the first season, I believe, he mentions about, like, being the only one like him. Like, there's no one on his level.
So now he's looking at her differently.
And now he's like, oh shit, she's kind of there with me.
Almost my equal, yeah.
Yeah, so I can kind of, like, I fuck with this. So I thought this episode was great. I thought every episode so far was great.
No, yeah, this episode's amazing. It was I felt like it was more comedy, but it was still amazing. Like,
it was still amazing, yeah. Like, so last episode was very heavy, though. And even the beginning of the season was very heavy altogether. So this kind of gives you a tiny bit of a break, laugh a good amount. And then, other than when Kimiko ripped that guy's face off. and then I feel like we got 3 episodes left. Maybe like half of next episode will stay on this trend. But then we're in the home stretch. And that final 2 hours, 2.5 hours, that's going to be mind-blowing stuff. I'm excited for it.
I can't wait.
Me too. So I would give, we actually filmed a review and reaction to each episode, but there was a little issue with the film, basically, and we couldn't get it uploaded. So now we're doing from episode 5, 6, 7, and 8, the second half of the season. Check back. We'll be putting up the reviews immediately. If it drops on Thursday, we'll be putting it out, you know, right after we watch it. It's literally 2:30 in the morning. We're doing it right now. You know, if it drops on Friday, we'll do it on Friday, obviously. But so, for me, every episode's been a 10 so far. I think this would be the first one where I would probably say like 9.75, maybe.
Yeah, I would say 9.5, yeah.
Just because I feel like there could have been one dramatic moment like that could have helped it a bit more. I feel like this was an episode that didn't further the story that much, other than Stormfront, you know. Actually, no, I don't want to say that. I want to say that it wasn't as heavy as the last. It wasn't as heavy, yeah. It wasn't as serious. Not in a bad way, though.
Yeah, it was still excellent. Like,
it was a very good story, yeah. So, that's, I mean, to get 10s on every episode would be asking too much. Like 9.5, 9.75.
Hey, it's still
I mean,
good,
come on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. Check back here every weekend after you watch the episode of The Boys to, you know, see what we thought. And, you know, start a conversation down below. We'll be answering all comments, of course. But, you got anything else to say?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. We're also doing a giveaway in November. I think it's the 28th.
November 28th.
The Mike Tyson fight. So definitely keep checking in with us. You know, we're gonna. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're doing a big event November 28th. It's gonna be a live stream. We're gonna be giving away pop figures, gift card, and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna be, you know, if you check in live, you have to be live that night. On either Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. We'll be live streaming on all of them pretty much, doing a reaction to the Mike Tyson fight, and like he said, we're going to be giving a lot of stuff away. It's going to be a good time. So we got that coming up. We have our weekly podcast, Close Your Mouth podcast. We have a bunch of reactions to NBA playoffs, to sports, to movies, music, everything.
The boys,
so
you know,
the boys, of course. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot. I think that's it. So we got The Boys season 2. It keeps rolling. It's still amazing. I don't understand. I'm waiting for the first bad episode. Like, I almost want there to be a bad episode because it's just that good. It's just that good. It just bothers me almost. It's like, how do you make a show this good?
Oh, we need it, bro.
I guess so. Right now in 2020, we really do need it. So, for Paul and myself, Chris, thank you for joining. Hush Gang, close your mouth.